Alright, what's up everyone? I'm Wibbly, and today I'm going to be going back to 2013 and taking a look at one of the first comics I ever made. I think I made some other ones as a kid and, stuff like that, but I thought that this was going to be the next big thing. So the comic is called Jake and Alice. It was inspired very much by Zelda and probably Rice Boy, which is a webcomic. And I've been getting the urge to maybe make another comic, and so that's kind of why I'm revisiting my first one. I thought it might be neat to see if I could redo this now with my current skill level and see how much better, or hopefully not worse, I could make it. All right, so getting right into it. The first panel, I can tell, just by the trees here, I was really inspired by Ivan Earl, I think is how you say his name. He was a background artist for some of the old Disney movies, like Sleeping Beauty, I think. And I remember thinking that I could do something like what he did for my backgrounds, which there really aren't much of aside from this establishing shot. But I remember very much that was the inspiration for this kind of stuff. Even this tree here, he used to do, have these big stumps and stuff that would hang down in front. And that's what I was trying to do here. This panel too, it's funny to look back at this kind of stuff because I remember what I was thinking. This was in Twilight Princess. There's a scene where you're walking through the woods with a monkey who's guiding you through poisonous mist or something like that. And the only light there is coming from a lantern that's being held by the monkey, and you need to follow him. But this was kind of my take on that. It's like going through the dark forest and, you only have your lantern light. Got my little runes on the lantern. That was a really big thing for me too. Man, that's the face, Got a close-up shot. So this is the main character. I guess I can get into it since I'm not going to explain it. This is Jake, which is not at all a fantasy name, but that's what I went with. This is Jake, and so here's him noticing something, I guess. And then we get a shot of his sword, which looks way bigger here. That looks like a massive sword compared to this over here. Super tiny. So this is to show that he's well equipped, I guess, to handle walking in the dark woods. Here's our first action shot of the comic. Again, I was 16 years old. I was 16 years old drawing this, and this was the best I could do. And so here's him jumping over it, and then we have this shadowy figure looming in the background. Not much else to say. There's not a ton going on here. Oh goodness, the faces are worse. I haven't looked at this. I've not looked at this in years. So I want to do a draw over. I won't, but the size of his neck. It's I drew the full neck, and then I added a turtleneck sweater to it, and so it's the length of two necks. But wow. So that's his snap. Okay, that's hard to read, but that's his snap. So I guess this is a bush, and then there's no dialogue. He's getting his sword ready with his rubber hose arms. Oh my goodness, this is so bad. He's holding up the lantern. Let's just move on. That's all we can do. All right, come out, and we see this shadowy figure. This is probably inspired by Bone and the cloak guy. I really liked that as a kid too. So coming out from the thing, and who are you? that's kind of neat. You know, just like that's not bad. Taking the hood down, cloak down, whatever. And here we have I am Princess Alice. Straight to wow, look at that too. I don't know if I was rushing or if this is just, I feel like I was a little better than this at the time, but maybe not. Anyway, so she takes her cloak down, says, I am Princess Alice, just straight to it, no nothing. And that terrible, terrible face. Wow. Oh my god. It's terrible. Okay. I'm sorry. To get this out of the way, if anyone's watching this and you're like, bro, why are you laughing? This is how I draw. I don't know. It's fine, you know, it's fine. I'm a lot better. I'm a lot better now than this, and it's, man. There's some kids that I talk to that are like 10 and 12 years old, and they show me some of their art because they know I like to draw too. And like, they, no joke, are drawing better than this. I do not know what I was doing at 16. Yeah, I was like the art kid. I didn't go to like an art, like high school or anything like I've heard some people do, but like in my school, I was like the kid who was drawing all the time. But man, I don't know what to say. So this is Alice, and you know, clearly because of the blush lines, you know, she's very pretty. This is supposed to be her, you know, big attractive reveal. And then Jake says, wait, why would a princess be out in the woods alone? Well, I'm running away. There's no subtlety or flow or anything. They're just getting straight into it. One thing I'll say I like, because I don't want to just rag on myself, I'm trying to do some cool thick shadows. I don't know if I knew about the Hellboy guy, Mike Mignola, at the time, but I'm kind of, not that it's like that, but I think I'm getting some inspiration vibes from that. Some Scooby-Doo eyes looking at you, I think is what that is. Wow. I knew this was bad, but I didn't know, or didn't remember how bad. And then, so Jake, he's a great guy. He grabs her hand and says, running from what? Too much gold. And we see her beautiful bracelets and rings. What is this hand? I can't be this bad. I can't have been this bad. I'm running away from the man who killed my father. Okay. See, that's really interesting to me because I have, over the years in my head, revisited this story a lot. And that is not at all the plot. So I don't know if she's lying here or what, but that's very different than what the story is in my headcanon now. But anyway, she kind of, you know, snaps her hand away. It's like, shut up, man. I got real problems. Jake, that's an evil smile. And so he's just like, whatever, I guess. I drawn that little wolf pendant. I don't remember if that was supposed to be important. It must have been. So, wow. She looks like a skeleton, man. What am I doing? Anyways, well, why are you here? I'll tell you when you tell me. So I think this was supposed to imply that, like, he's not buying it, you know, her story. So he walks he walks away into the darkness, says, you coming? And I guess she's like, oh, I better go with him. Oh, this is the snake. End day one, so I guess it's supposed to be written like a journal or something. And so again, another action shot where she's running behind. She's got her high heels. I think that's the lantern. It's white, so I guess. A couple things I can remember too. I liked these trees. At the time, I thought this was a really cool look, where it's like, oh, everything's black, and then you just see the stumps coming through. I thought that was really cool, and this guy here, I was super impressed with my weird fantasy snake design. You'll see it a little bit more later, but this is the first show of that. And, okay, a little bit more effort in the backgrounds, maybe. So this is like a swamp. You can't tell. These trees are all growing out of a swamp, and these are their footprints. I think that's another footprint, and they're just walking through this marshy place. Nothing. Where are we going? And she looks like such a Barbie doll. To Betham. It's a small town not too far from here. Okay, and where's here? This is the Cedar Forest. Pretty far from this kingdom of yours. So he knows where her kingdom is. You still don't believe me? Okay, so I don't think he believes that she's a princess. Okay. Fair enough. That's the thing that makes the most sense. Shh. Did you hear that? Very funny. I'm not that gullible. That's not at all the character's voice, but that's the voice I'm giving her, because that's kind of how she's written and drawn in these early chapters. Well, it was worth a try. Okay, so now they're bonding. He's helping her up. What is this? I swear I could draw better. I don't know if I was just being lazy or what. But yeah, I remember this was supposed to be like the bonding scene. This is the... gotta hide this high impact scene down here. This is them, like, they're getting to know each other and trust each other. Quite literally like 2 pages after they met. They're climbing rocks, jumping chasms. He's fallen down, and wow. Yeah. And here's the snake that I was talking about that I was so impressed with myself with. He's got like 6 eyes. These aren't eyes, these are little lumps or warts or stuff growing off of him. But yeah, he's like a giant snake with teeth in the bog. So yeah. What is that? That's my next pay. So he goes rushing in. The water is simultaneously deep enough to hide this whole snake in, but also to only go up to like the very lowest part of his shoe. This looks like Rayman. The gloves are so big and the arms are like non-existent. Oh, it looks like I found the action lines tool, so I did that. That's kind of neat, I guess. He's like climbing up the tree. This is a short battle because I think this is the end of it. He like grabs his tail, except he doesn't, but he does. He slashes and cuts him open. That's kind of a neat effect. It's like black where it's white and then white where it's black. And then I thought that was cool too. It's like a octopus mouth a little bit where it's like inside of it. Maybe not an octopus, but something. Again, there's a lot of inconsistencies in like the sizing. Like the snake feels a lot smaller here than when it was introduced. And it's also wrapped around the tree, but now it's not. Anyways. Okay, so he's not dead. Thought he was dead there. He comes down and bites a log. I don't know, guys. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay. So the snake actually gets Jake. And his sword is gone. Again, very Zelda. A little random frog. This is very Zelda, like the final battle with Ganon, and your sword gets thrown out of the arena, and Zelda's over there. So he's like, oh man, what am I gonna do now? Alice, get my sword and kill it. That's kind of neat. It's like flipped on its side there. And so she actually runs in, grabs the sword, and we're looking at her. Does she do it? Slice. Okay. I don't know how this is supposed to be read, but regardless, we see she slices the coil that the snake has him like wrapped in. He's able to break free. Is that how he dies? The snake? Okay. Oh, so the snake tries to run away. My sword, please. Because he's so cool. And he stomps on its tail. And the snake looks back and gets its head/body sliced off. Super metal. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. It's like the swamp and the blood's like... It's so funny how, like, you know, I was 16 and this is so bad, but some of the things I'm still looking at and being like, oh yeah, that's cool. And so he reaches into his pocket where he has a little razor blade, I guess. I don't know if you can tell, this is a face. This is Alice looking disgusted with her eyes closed. She's like, ew. But anyways, he cuts the snake open and pulls out a little amulet here. And so this is the silhouette of Jake. Let's go, I have what I need. And I think this was supposed to show, like, you know, he's not messing around. He's a tough guy. You know, he's here to do a job. Not as nice as she might have thought. And that's it. That is it for chapter 1 of Jake and Alice, my 12-page comic, all the way from 2013. It's really, really crazy to look back on this. Kind of makes me feel good, honestly. It's easy as an artist to feel like you're not growing. But I mean, looking at this, I've grown a lot. In art and even in writing and, you know, pacing and stuff. I haven't made a ton of comics since this, but just the way the whole story flows is really bad. But anyways, even like there's so many panels that do not need to be here at all. But yeah, this was really fun. Take a look back, my cringy old work, and like I kind of mentioned before, I'm thinking about revisiting it. I don't know. This scene kind of happens in like my new version of the story, but it's so different. It's so different. So I might try to like remake this. I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned for that if you're interested. I hope you've enjoyed looking at some of my old work. I know I really like looking at people's old sketchbook videos, so this was hopefully something like that. If you did enjoy, if you're curious to see you know, how much I've improved and how I might reimagine this, stay tuned. I'll be hopefully making a new video on that soon, and hopefully be less awkward in my recordings. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked it, and otherwise I'll see you later. Bye.